Average gas prices nationwide topped $4 a gallon. That's actually about $1 higher than before the war with Iran started in February.
Meanwhile, the Defense Department is now saying the war will be decided in a matter of days. For now, Iran is keeping up the pressure, blocking global oil shipments and showing no sign of backing off or down. President Trump lashed out at allies that aren't supporting the U.S.-led war, telling them to go get your own oil. He also suggested the U.S. may pull out of Iran even if the Strait of Hormuz is not reopened. The defense secretary said today the United States is still working on a deal with Iran.
President Trump will make a deal he is willing, and the terms of the deal are known to them. If Iran is not willing, then the United States War Department will continue with even more intensity.
The last time gas was this expensive was in 2022, months after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Fox 4's Vania Castillo has been checking gas prices across North Texas. All right, what'd you find, Vania?
Hi, Heather. I only found really high gas prices. And if you're like most people, you probably find yourself mumbling under your breath questions about why is the war in Iran impacting my wallet. Well, I sat down with an oil expert to try and get those answers.
How scared are you to see how much it'll cost to fill up your tank right now?
Terrified. Crazy through the roof. Needs to be lowered.
Gas prices across the country are climbing fast as the conflict in Iran continues, and people at the pump are asking if this is fueled by real supply problems or panic pricing.
All you're seeing is a lot of supply disruption. There's a lot of supply coming off the market.
Jay Young, the CEO of an oil and gas investment firm in Dallas, says it's not panic pricing. The global supply shock is real. The longer Iran blocks traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, the bigger the impact.
And when you have a fifth, 20% of all oil in the world that goes through this one spot, and you have that kind of disruption, oil prices are global demand, supply. We're seeing some incredible disruptions right now in prices.
But for drivers, what matters is what's happening here at the pump.
I don't even fill up my tank. I just get what I can.
And with the national average hovering around $4 per gallon, experts warn that it won't stop here.
I see 30, 60 days. I think we're going to go into the $5 gasoline. And if you can, go fill up today, go fill up that lawnmower, go fill up anything you can right now, because I feel like the prices, they're not going to come down. They're going to continue to rise.
But there's also another question. If we produce so much oil in the United States, especially in Texas, why aren't we more protected at the gas pump from global conflict?
Even though that we produce 13 million something, we still need 20 million. We're still not producing 100% of the oil that we can use here in the United States, and we need more from foreign countries.
So even though we have strong oil production here in Texas, prices at the pump are still tied to global supply. And for consumers, the impact is immediate.
I don't like to think about it. I don't think about it.
But like I say, I'm trusting in God.
Lower these gas prices, please. we the people need it.
Well, Young says that we already typically see gas prices go a lot higher in the summer months, and that was before the conflict in Iran. So he says to prepare for the summer months to get hotter and your wallet to get lighter.